Courtney, do we feel like he's got one more trick in his bag tonight?
Yes, because I say yes. I say take it the over at ESPN Bet. What'd you say? It's plus 210 right now?
It is plus 210. Yep.
Go ahead, take the over. This is $400 million payroll. If you don't show up today, then you can sleep your 12 hours a day, Shohei, all you want in the offseason. It extends tonight. It's a game 7 tomorrow. He hits his home run.
I'm taking the over as well. Shohei's got the big game gene. I'm looking for him to step up in a big moment when his team needs him most. Take the over.
Okay.
Coverage begins at 7 p.m. on ESPN Radio.
There you go. We want to hear from you coming up next. Scariest athlete in sports today in conjunction with Halloween. Which athlete or team are you scared of most? 888 say ESPN. Phones are open on Freddie and Harry, ESPN Radio, and the ESPN app.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
A Progressive Home and Auto Bundle can protect you round the clock, but we can't protect you from those painful moments in sports.
Holding. Defense. The ref totally blew that call.
Oh, I'm sure he'll make the right call next time.
It's too late. It cost us the game.
Well, it's just one game.
That loss eliminated us from the playoffs.
Oh, the playoffs are on so late. Now you'll be well rested.
Okay, I need you to stop talking now.
Well, at least your home and auto are protected with a bundle from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
News now on 102.7 The Game.
Reporting for Cromwell Media News, I'm Rob Nichols. Governor Andy Beshear says he's looking into options for keeping Kentuckians fed ahead of the likely SNAP benefits freeze. Over 500,000 state residents will be left without food assistance payments tomorrow without some last-minute action by the federal government. Beshear says the state is not permitted to put money into the SNAP system, and the state's rainy day fund can't be used without support from the Kentucky General Assembly. In the meantime, Team Kentucky is hosting a food collection drive through November 21. Those donated items will be distributed through established nonprofits. The Indiana Bureau of Motor Vehicles is warning of a new scam. The agency says a text message scam strongly mimics the BMV's mobile website. It claims the person receiving the text needs to pay a traffic violation immediately and provides a link to provide payment. Officials say the link is fake and the message is fraudulent and ask the public to ignore and delete the message if they receive it. Well, a Halloween story that is unfortunately true. A Hopkinsville woman is left spooked after opening a package and finding human body parts inside. Authorities say that on Wednesday night, a woman opened a package she believed was medicine that was shipped to her, but instead found human arms and fingers inside the package. The Christian County Coroner's Office responded to the woman's home and took the body parts to the morgue. At this time, it's believed the shipment error is to blame for the mix-up, and the body parts were intended for transplant and research purposes. I'm Rob Nichols.
When you work at Commonwealth Road Products, it's not about just making things possible, it's about making things safe. People who work at Commonwealth Road Products believe staying safe begins with me, bringing a not on my watch commitment to work, home, and play. Let's keep our kids safe when they play sports. Make sure their equipment fits right and works correctly. Pay attention to the temperature when outside and stay hydrated. Join us in saying no one should ever get injured, not on my watch. Commonwealth Road Products is a proud sponsor of Hancock County Sports Broadcast.
Saturday night.
We're going to play Kentucky football. The Cats head down to Dixie to grab a Tiger by the tail. That's what we're about to do. Auburn Tigers and your Kentucky Wildcats.
Pre-game starts at 4:30 on your home for the Cats, 102.7 The Game.
And now, Western Kentucky weather on 102.7 The Game.
For your overnight hours, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Lows will drop down into the lower 40s. Headed into the weekend, it's going to be mostly cloudy 4-hour Saturday with isolated to scattered showers possible through Saturday afternoon and into Saturday evening before tapering off overnight. Highs will top out in the mid to upper 50s with lows bottoming out into the upper 30s to lower 40s. Sunday will be partly cloudy with the chance of a stray shower. I'm meteorologist Michael Fecker with your 14 First Alert forecast.
From the Floor Concept Studios, ESPN Radio, all sports, all the time. Kentuckiana sports leader, 102.7 Quality Bulletproof, 102.7 The Game.
Yes, sir, it's Clarence. Roger. What's our vector, Victor? Hello, sports fans, and welcome to
Live at 5.
It's Live at 5, and it's brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, FWHlegal.com. And now, your host for Live at 5, Stephen A. Turner.
What's up, and welcome to Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, dedicated to you, committed to justice. That's FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner here in the Floor Concept Studios, joined by Coach Vic Evans.
What's up, man?
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. I mean, it's All Hallows Eve.
That's right. Yeah, no, it's. I would give a shout out to my main man, Ace Riley, out there, who's getting ready to go trick or treating. I know I told him I was going to give him a shout out in the intro. So,
what's he dressing up as?
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, Michael
that's
Myers.
classic.
Yeah, and he's gonna, he's got the pillowcase ready for some candy out there. So I'm sure they'll be racking up the candy as we'll be racking up. I mean, if you're up maybe at Owensboro High School, I know that they're doing a little bit of a
trunk or treat out there. Yep.
Tailgate show out there.
I saw where Bowling Green was doing. I think a lot of football schools around here are doing that. That's a great idea.
And if you're not doing that, you probably played last night because it seemed like half the state was in action.
Probably a good idea to play last night.
No idea.
I knew there were some. And,
I did not. I didn't know any of our teams were in action last night. So
I didn't know Breck was
locked in. I was.
And but I can see, because you got a lot of brothers, sisters, whether it be cheerleaders or and the parents want to take their kids, and you got football. So I thought it was a good move by some of the state, and then
might hurt the crowds, I guess.
And then if you get a playoff team, it gives you an extra day of practice before you start playoffs next week.
Yeah,
and it's hard to believe it's the end of the regular season tonight.
It is, yeah. Here we go, and getting ready. Indiana's like, what are you talking about? We've already been in the playoffs for a week.
Yeah, teams have been done.
We've already eliminated some teams, and so we'll dive into it in the back half of the show. We'll go through every game in our area, and we got several big ones right here on 102.7 The Game. You got the Super Bowl, Davis County and Apollo. Yeah. Man, my bad. I don't want to make anybody upset.
There you go. No. Listen, lead into it. It's a rivalry game, and I think it's two teams. You're looking at Apollo looking to get to 6 wins for the first time in a long time. Davis County trying to finish at 500.
Yeah.
I think would
be a good game.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good game.
I mean, I think Apollo comes into this one obviously heavily favored. We'll break it down a little bit later on, but Davis County certainly, no matter what, they always seem to play each other tough. So that should be a great rivalry game there. Over on WVJS, you'll have Henderson, another big rivalry game, as they take on the Owensboro Red Devils.
Hold on. Can we change that? Because, listen.
To be a rivalry game, you have to win some.
Both teams have to be able to win, and Henderson hadn't won in so long, you can't even call this a rival anymore. I think it's like 2014.
I mean, it's been a long time. And so, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's kind of lopsided in favor of the Devils.
I mean, this is as much a rivalry as Kentucky-Tennessee is.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it's a rivalry for Kentucky fans.
I guess. So you can't even call it a rivalry anymore.
For Tennessee. But no, those two games are brought to you courtesy of Right Implement. And then 97X, our Katie Gunterman, McLean County Cougar game of the week. A little 10th District rivalry as you got McLean County hosting Ohio County. He's on a 2-game win streak. So
it would be huge. If they could find a way to pull the upset tonight and finish the year on 3 straight wins, that would be huge going into the offseason for the Eagles.
It would. Long odds on that, but stranger things have happened. It is Halloween, so I mean, who knows? But on WBIO, staying in 2A, Hancock County's on the road tonight at Bethlehem. You'll hear that courtesy of Commonwealth Road Products. There is no CJ game, ATTC Manufacturing tonight, as the offseason for football has begun. They're getting ready for basketball season over there with some of our schools that we cover. And then last but not least, the Three Stooges will be in action on K-News as E-Town comes in to take on the Owensboro Catholic Aces. I think Aces are favored 2 or 3 touchdowns, but still be a strong test for them as they get set to head into the postseason.
I mean, record-wise, it's one of the best Week 10 games across the state. You're talking about 7-2 E-Town, 8-1 Catholic, and but I'm like you. I think Catholic, they're playing really well right now, and I think they'll just keep playing well.
Yeah, so download that Owensboro radio app. You can listen anywhere in the world, switch back and forth between all the games tonight. Follow along 102.7 The Game on social media. Still got a chance to get your picks in out there on Facebook, and you can text us through the show on the Green River Area Federal Credit Union text line 270-903-0389. We're live streaming on social media and YouTube. courtesy of Legendary Pool and Spa. And you can listen to us, subscribe, and like on iTunes, Spotify, wherever you consume your podcasts. We stepped outside the comfort zone a little last night and broadcast a little volleyball action.
Had a
Was that
blast.
the first time, I think, on Cromwell?
I think on radio, it's the first time I've ever done volleyball. Like I said, I did some back in TV channel 2 days, but Coach Briggins and Coach Payne and I had a blast last night. And it was, listen, if you've never been to a girls volleyball game, you're really missing out. Apollo brought a really great crowd. Meade brought a really great crowd for 3 nights in a row. And as well as Meade played in that tournament, and they really, you look at what they did at the end of the year. They went into that game, I think it was 17 and 15, but had won 12 of their last 14, 8 in a row. Apollo had also won 8 in a row, 14 of their last 16. And no offense to Meade, I thought the best team in the region won last night. I mean, Apollo, Avery Gray, and I go back to, I haven't seen everybody play in the last few years, but I go back to my, when I was doing Channel 2 and we did a lot of volleyball. Avery Gray's the best player I've seen in this region since Jordan Coombs at Apollo, and I don't think it's particularly close. She is absolutely dynamic. She's absolutely dynamite and dominant when she gets going. And it was great to interview her after, such a tremendous young lady. But, I mean, Apollo's loaded with her, and you've also got the young freshman Wetstein, who I thought played so well. But Avery Gray is just a difference maker, an absolute difference. I do want to say Ella Glover from Meade played tremendous. Their outside hitter. But Avery Gray is just different.
Yeah, you just mentioned I had the all-tournament team here. Avery Gray is the player of the year, just a junior there for the E-Gals as well.
Holds all the records at Apollo. She better
rolling.
set them big because Wetstein's probably going to come by and break them all.
Wetstein on the team as well. And you had Jessica Lee, Jessica Pate from the E-Gals. And for me, Allie Glover was on there. You mentioned her, Ella Clanton, and Izzy Woosley, all on the all-tournament
And they
team.
all played really well last night, too.
Yeah.
Meade, Meade, it was funny in the broadcast. I compared them to, and this, you may not have seen him play, but they were like the Michael Chang of volleyball. Like, no matter what you
Michael
did.
Chang was my favorite.
Right, no matter what you did, they just seemed to get it back. Like, Apollo was the more aggressive offensive team, and Meade was a little bit more of the defensive team. Like, their one big hitter was Glover, who could really put it away when she wanted to. But they had runs in there that no matter what Apollo did, Meade just kept it in play. And I can see why they got hot in the tournament. And if you make mistakes, they're going to beat you.
Yeah, and you look at the matchup everybody expected was Apollo and Owensboro Catholic. You lose a little bit of focus, in the Meade County, Breck County, those teams are good enough to make you pay. Breck put Maggie Carwile and Claire Tate on the team. The Lady Aces had Addie Aller, Mamie Powell. Grayson County, Taylor Gaskin. Muhlenberg, Megan McLean. Ohio County, Haley Fleener. And rounding it out, the Trinity Lady Raiders' 20th straight trip to region. It was Ava Coombs on the team. So wraps up third region volleyball. The E-Gals will move on now to take on Henderson County.
Yeah, they played Monday at Apollo. The time wasn't up yet. I don't know the time yet. But, I mean, that's, you look at it. Henderson went 2-0 against Apollo this year, but Apollo never played them full strength. They had injuries at different times. One of the games, Avery Gray didn't play. So, to me, that match you can just throw out when you take Avery Gray off the,
That's big. That's
I mean, that's like taking Jonathan Moss off the basketball court for Davis County and be like, oh, we beat them, and we're going to play them again. But Henderson's very good, too. Like, all year long, we had a lot of colonels that were our Green River Area Federal Credit Union Colonel of the Week. That'll be a great match. But if you look at that draw, even in the next one, probably if you were to win there, your next round you would get was probably be E-Town. Like, it's a good draw to win a couple and get to semifinals. I mean, let's just be honest. Assumption's going to win the state title. I mean, they're ranked in the top 25 in the country.
Yeah, those schools up, it really pours cold water over it.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't lost. I was looking at it.
National powerhouse.
They've lost 4 times this year. They lost to, like, St. Thomas Aquinas out of Florida.
Right.
All right. They lost to a team out of Chicago, and they lost to 2 California teams.
I mean, and they've had a stranglehold over it for quite some time. And there was another one there for a while that kind of was
Notre Dame
that was at
or
the top. Notre Dame, yeah, they were kind of going back and
Holy
forth.
Cross was another one.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it tough. But if you could make a run, I mean, that's what it's house money right now for the E-Gals who are heading to state. But
some bonus points in the Florida Watson Ultra Cup if you can win Monday.
No doubt, yeah. in the girls program. Apollo's having a good fall. Football team's rolling along, and the volleyball team's rocking, and basketball's got high expectations. So it's it's a good fall for the Apollo Eagles. Let's move it over to football and talk about some results from last night. We'll start with Breckinridge County, who gets to 5-5 on the season by way of a 50-6 win over Fort Knox. And the result of the game wasn't really what I was looking for. I was pretty confident in the Fighting Tigers to get the job done. I was wanting to see how many Spitzer would go for.
Well, I mean, it was a rough game for him. He only went for like 275 or something.
247 and 3 scores.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it's a terrible game,
right,
Spitzer. I don't know. I mean,
he's under 300. I mean,
I just think about that though, man. You think about it. In his last, if he went for 247, he went for 410. That's 657 in the last 2 games of the year. It is for a lot of people.
Season. Yeah,
he's going to end up leading the. Goldsberry may be able to catch him. Hampton too with some yards, but he's going to have.
No, I don't. I mean, if you calculate in the playoffs,
right?
Too.
No, if you look, we'll put out the stat leaders next week. Our stat leaders will be the regular season leaders in every offensive category in football. And he's going to be the leading rusher unless Hampton goes for I think he's got to go for about 600.
He'll have to go for about 5-something tonight.
600 somewhere in there.
Because 1463 on the season for
he's
Spitzer.
at like 9 something. So he'd have to go for over 5.
17 rushing touchdowns and just a tremendous year for him. And they'll play Spencer County next week. Will the Fighting Tigers in the game? They'll be a heavy underdog game.
At least you got a puncher's chance though.
You're the 3 seed and you're 5-5. I mean. Yeah, it was a good rally to close out the season.
Oh, yeah. Great year by Coach Hoddle.
I think it was the 3rd straight road win for them. So it's a nice finish to the regular season. They will have a playoff game next week. Edmonson County ends their season with a tough 35-22 loss for the Wildcats. A little bit of a disappointing year. I know they graduated some seniors last year that really contributed, but finished 2-8. I think it's a little bit of a disappointing year. Not going to be in the playoffs this year for Edmonson County. And they'll get ready for basketball season. We talked about yesterday. I think they have a chance to be a sneaky, dark horse team, that's going to be, pretty solid right there in the middle of the pack, I think, in the third region.
I think right now they'd have to be penciled in as the number two seed down there in, 12th.
Yeah.
And I look for big things for them.
Yeah. No, it should be a good basketball season for Edmonson County. Before we close out segment 1 and get into our college and NFL stuff, let's talk about UK last night because it was I don't know if you got to see any of you. You're calling the game.
I didn't get to see. I listened to some of it. I'll say this. I said after the first one, and they're going to go 40-0. We're going to win 15 games and miss the tournament.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is I fell for my own trap. I sat right here and said, no matter what happens in that Purdue game, you go back to the Purdue game. I said, whatever happens, there's going to be overreactions. And then the way they played, it was like, man.
Well, they were missing 3 starters last night too.
Yeah, I understand that. They didn't play well.
No, they played terrible.
They didn't play well. But I mean, it was like, I did overreact. The Purdue game caused me to overreact. They looked, so good.
You weren't the only ones. Everybody moved them up
did.
in the top 4 in the preseason polls. But here's what we learned last night. The one that we did learn is Colin Chandler's not a point guard. If I don't care if Aberdeen's hurt and if the other the dude from Pittsburgh, the other point guard, the number 1 point guard, if they're both hurt, you play anybody at point other than Colin Chandler. I know that.
Yeah, I mean that's what exhibition games are for. Throw them out there in some spots and see how they perform, sink or swim. Maybe we'll try that. Maybe we won't try that type of things. But what I saw was a lot of poor shooting. I mean, it was just a lot of one-on-one basketball.
Yes.
A lot of guys just, feeling themselves a little too much.
You probably needed this once because you played so well against Purdue. You needed this. Here's what we should have known.
Matter.
Here's what we should have known. I don't know if you knew this. Do you realize that Kentucky has never beaten Georgetown?
Really?
Yeah, they're 0-3 all time.
Well, last night doesn't really count.
Well, I mean, in games that are played that you kept scoring.
Yeah.
They're 0-3 all time. You had one way back win, and then you had 84 in the semifinals.
It was a time where they were a national power.
Well, but I think the first time they played was like 1921 or something.
I was thinking on this today, and I don't know that there's a regular season that means less in all of sports than college basketball.
No, there's not.
I mean, at Division I level, because Kentucky's a tournament team. They're going to be a tournament team. I mean, what happens between now and then? I mean, it doesn't. I mean, how many times you see like a 7 seed or a 2 seed? I mean, whatever, man. It is what it is these days. You play about 40 games, about a month and a half before you should even start playing basketball, and then by the time March rolls around, you've been playing for what feels like a year.
And now you have 68.
And
they're talking about making it 80.
Now you're going to go in and play this meaningless SEC tournament where you play 30 games in a week. And then you go into the NCAA tournament.
Hold on now. I will say this. I want to correct you one thing. The SEC tournament is not meaningless to UK fans because there are so many UK fans that can't go to Rupp, can't get tickets to Rupp, can't get in. That I think
that's cool.
Hold on, but they get to go. Hold on, but they get to go to that. I know, but
that's cool that it means stuff to the fans. That doesn't matter. You know what? I mean, me watching Vikings games matters to me. But it doesn't. Ziggy Wilf and company could care less. It has no impact whether they win or lose, or what happens when they win or lose. What I'm trying to say is, it's pointless to play. And me and Cal don't align on many things, but that we certainly do. To play a tournament where you're just running your team through a gauntlet, like you're just basically just running a gauntlet from a Thursday to a Sunday afternoon, and literally a team that you beat on Saturday is a higher seed on Sunday night. It means absolutely nothing. It completely drains the team out right before the biggest games of the season when the tournament starts.
These guys are 20 years old. They get 3 more days rest. But if you play on Sunday, you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before you play the NCAA tournament. Come on. Listen, part of the reason that the fan base started...
It would be different if they meant something, though. Like
that's the SEC's fault for having the championship game on Sunday.
It don't matter.
No, it does matter if you have it on Saturday. It means something. Here, listen, I'll tell you what it means. Is the fan base started to turn on Cal whenever Cal went down and lost the first games of the SEC tournament like 3 years in a row and was talking about, well, I'm going to go back and watch Andy Griffith rerun.
Stop.
That's when it started to make the turn.
No one would have cared if he went into the tournament and he actually won games in the tournament.
It didn't. Made it worse.
Right. It snowballed on him. That was the key factor. But I mean, it's going to be fun to watch this team. I'm not trying to pour cold water over it. But my thing is, as I was watching it last night, I mean, it was a little frustrating to watch. Obviously, they weren't playing well, taking bad shots, weren't playing good defense, and it's just like it's kind of like almost like MLB baseball. Well, we'll get them next time. We play again in a couple days,
right? Except
and then we'll get them then. You know?
But how many times can I ask you? I know you said people say that, but you look at the Blue Jays and the Yankees tied, and the Jays because they won more games in the regular. Like that game you lost back in April helped decide who got who got home field advantage, and who got all. So I mean, they all do count.
It's just hard for me to get. I guess my message.
The point I'm trying to gotten so big now that you got to really be bad not to make it.
Pretty soon it's going to be like the KHSA football. If you have a team, you're in the tournament.
Well, not every team gets in. Indiana football.
Close. I mean, Indiana. It's pretty close. But you know, my whole point I'm trying to make is as Kentucky rolls through this season. Let's not get too high or too low. You know,
hold on. It's Big Blue Nation. They're going to be too high and too low.
But like as I was thinking about last week.
If we don't act like that, you know what we are? We're Indiana Hoosier fans.
So it's fine to support.
No. Does Alabama football fans, do you think that they go nuts whenever they lost to Florida State?
I think you're misconstruing it.
That's what makes BBN special. And what makes Kentucky special is we live and die on every game, and we overreact to every game.
And overreaction, I guess, is what the point I'm trying to make. It's like, man, like, you know, every single game, it's like, oh, they're going to win the national championship.
Oh, we're going to lose. We're not even good tournament.
Chris says Steve Bayless. I mean, where am I wrong? Tell me when I'm telling lies. Where am I wrong? Where am I wrong?
About what?
About the college basketball season meaning something.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
I mean, like, if Kentucky goes out and lays an egg like 10 straight games, which they're not going to do, then yeah, it means something. But I mean, if you lose a couple games here or there,
Kentucky goes 20-11 and you get in the tournament.
It's just hard for me to get into it.
Yeah.
That's the point.
No, listen.
And I think a lot of people are identifying with that. Look at college basketball, the popularity of it. I feel like it's cratered.
Well,
not just that, but
right. There's a lot of reasons for that. It has more to do with the portal and all that too.
100%. There's a lot of factors into it.
But I also do think,
also it doesn't help by like, oh, let's expand the tournament. Let's throw 40 more teams.
Well, I will say this: if they want to go from 68, I think it's to 76, where they're going to have more play-in games. I'm okay with that, as long as they use that for mid majors and not some team that went 8 or went 7 and 13 in the SEC and finished 18 and 14. I don't need that.
Don't need to see some 17 and 15 team who just won their last 4 games and got hot.
And not only that, you know that they're going to do it. They're going to put in more of the Power 4 conferences in the middle who aren't very good. And I don't need to see that.
You know what's going to end up happening here? Like, you know how you talk about what's his name? Who is it that calls baseball? You said hates baseball. Is it
John
Smoltz? Yeah. That's what's happening to me. I'm going to be off Live at 5 soon because, I'm turning on all sports. It's like I tried to get in the NBA. I'm watching it. That stuff is crap, man.
Listen.
Like, I literally have tried. Like, I started watching basketball this season. I saw Giannis the other night.
One dribble
at half court, took 30 steps to the basket and never dribbled the basketball.
You know it's bad when Reggie Miller says, I could have played for till I was 50 if they – Hold on. Not only did he take one dribble, he shuffled the feet, moved them every which way. It looked like he was doing a tap dance. And they're like, what a great move. I can score on NBA guys if you don't make me dribble.
I mean, all you have to do in the NBA is watch the last 5 minutes of the game. Or if your team's getting smoked, you just don't watch it at all because it doesn't matter. But every team makes a run and every game gets tight in the fourth quarter. Just turn it on at the end. That's when the excitement happens.
I just need NBA to have basketball rules, and you can't talk about how great the players are and how the greatest athletes in the world when you literally and I get so tired on social media. It's like, well, you just don't understand the rules. That was a gather. If your rule allows you to do what G did the other night, then you got problems with your rules.
You can call me Skip Turner. You can say, get off my lawn. Go listen to the greatest basketball player that ever walked the face of planet Earth, Michael Jordan, talk about load management. And he absolutely nailed it. These guys are getting paid billions of dollars to play basketball 3 hours a night, and they can't even do that all season long without having a couple days off. What are we talking about? What is load management? And I loved it. Jordan nailed that the other night. I mean, just another thing that just drives me nuts. And I'm going to blame my mood today. I'm in a little bit of a foul mood on traffic. People around Owensboro need to learn how to drive and be courteous to each other. Take care of each other.
Kind of like getting your car backed into in the parking lot.
Yeah, man. I've been yelled at so many times this week, and probably what it is it's probably my fault.
Probably.
I'm probably a terrible driver. I almost got hit picking Macy up from Dipper last night. Guy told me I was number 1 as he was pulling out.
I'll tell you that after every show,
I was picking her up from school at the library. Some lady zooms in. It's the library, lady. I mean, there's kids walking around here everywhere. Slow down. I'm backing out of a parking spot. She zooms in and tells me I'm number 1. I've been flipped off twice, and somebody tried to fight me this week.
Here's how bad it is. I come from where I live. I have to come right down East Spires to get, I come down East Spires to come here. And it is daily. Daily, it seems like this. Somebody's pulled over in the school zone. It ain't that hard. When you get to the school zone, you go 15 miles an hour. Daily. And then I had a great day this morning where I'm sitting in here and I heard somebody come in and says, does anybody in this building drive a gray SUV?
That's never good.
And I was like, sitting in my office going, yeah. And I heard Brian go, yeah, let me get him for you. And I backed into my parking spot.
I'm going to let you know when I pulled in, there's a piece of sheet metal that's near your tire. So if you back out going to Apollo, you're going to need to get that out of the way because I'm afraid you're going to back over and it's probably
it's probably off my front end.
It's probably going to blow your tire out. I'm just letting you know.
It's probably off my front end. That's the lady
I don't want to compound the problem.
Just smashed into it.
Man, maybe I just don't like sports anymore. Sometimes I wonder if I do. You know what? It's because all my teams are terrible.
That's probably what it is.
And it really drains me. I mean, I poured my whole energy into J.J. McCarthy, and now I'm having to defend a guy that I don't even believe in. So, I don't know.
What are you going to do whenever Harper becomes a Yankee?
I'll cheer for him. I love the Yankees. It is what it is. I love Harper. I love the Yankees. But the Phillies need to make a change. You can't. Doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, expecting different results is the definition of insanity, which I'm teetering on. But, it's time for a change. JT can go too. All these Philly fans are like, oh my gosh, JT wants 3 years. What are we going to do? Well, you let him go. He's like 36 years old. He's a catcher. He's only got so many years. You said what happened last time we tried to hang on Ryan Howard and Jimmy Rollins, and we were the worst team in baseball for a decade.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to move on.
You got to learn.
Time to move on.
You got to learn when to let your guys go and let them to walk.
Yeah.
You got to learn that and make the move. I don't want Harper. I'd rather have Kyle Tucker give me younger, more athletic, and I'm just not sold.
Bryce.
I'm
Bryce
not
a
sold
ball
on Harper.
player.
He is, but I'm not. He's up there in age too, though.
He's starting to go over the hill. He's not a superstar like he used to be, but
and none
I
of
think he'd look good in the Yankees.
You got to remember now, he's been in the majors since he's like 18.
Rice.
He's putting some.
I'll take Rice.
No, we don't want to give him.
I know, Wes. He was all about it.
Dominguez.
Not wanting to give me Rice. He would. That'd be
Spencer Jones.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll take some bum you got. A couple bum prospects. We'll pause it for Karen Gross. I'll be in a better mood. I'm going to erase this, and I'm going to come back in a better mood with pause it for Karen Gross, realtor with Remax Professional Realty Group. Your dream is her mission. Give her a call at 270-315-9810 or find her at KarenGross.net. It's live at 5, and nobody's safe here at 102.7 The Game.
Attorneys at Foreman, Watson, Holtree have handled thousands of personal injury lawsuits. We know how a serious injury can change your life forever. If you've been injured, the attorney you choose to represent you is critical. Put our reputation and resources to work for you. Let us fight your battles and wage your wars. Find out why FWH Legal is an award-winning personal injury law firm. Foreman, Watson, Holtree, committed to justice.
Sports Country. The place where football isn't just a sport, it's a lifestyle. Get the latest football memorabilia, apparel, t-shirts, hats, cards, home decor, jerseys, autographs. Sports Country, where every day is game day, and no one will judge you for painting your face. Sports Country, Park Plaza Drive, behind Shamey's Car Wash off Frederica Street in Owensboro. Owensboro's #1 sports fan store.
Not responsible for spontaneous in-zone dances.
Hi, this is Travis Holtree. At Foreman Watson Holtree, we're not just your trusted local attorneys. We're your neighbors and proud supporters of Kentucky Sports Radio. Just like a game-winning shot by UK at the buzzer, we're here to deliver results for you when it counts. Whether it's navigating complex legal challenges or celebrating the next big win by UK on the court, we're with you every step of the way. Tune in to KSR Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. And remember, Foreman Watson Holtree, dedicated to you, committed to justice. FWHlegal.com.
Looking for a financial partner you can trust? Look no further than Green River Area Federal Credit Union. Whether you're saving for the future, buying a new home, or need a loan, we've got you covered with competitive rates and personalized service. Join the community that cares about your financial well-being. Visit Green River Area Federal Credit Union at one of our 3 locations in Henderson, Greenville, or Owensboro and experience the difference today. Your money, your future, your credit union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Back by popular demand, legendary pools and spas by John Maurice is here. If John has built your pool or spa in the past and it needs service, repairs, or just a little attention, he's ready to take care of you. He'd love to hear from his former customers, and if you're new, now is the perfect time to see why his work is legendary. Call Legendary Pools and Spas by John Maurice at 270-316-1007. Reconnecting with customers, one pool at a time.
Southwire in Hallsville has been family-owned since 1950 and strives to be generationally sustainable for years to come. They are one of the leading manufacturers of wire and cable used in the transmission and distribution of electricity. Southwire delivers power to millions of people around the world. Their mission to be a preferred provider of solutions to the electrical industry by providing innovative products and services with exceptional quality and delivering on our promises. They also are proud supporters of all Hancock County athletics. Go Hornets!
Feel the power of the road beneath you. Rick's Tire and Service can make it possible. Offering comprehensive car care from front-end repair and brake work to air conditioning and diagnostic services. We're more than just tires. Elevate your ride with our range of aftermarket accessories. Get those wheels, tires, level up with lift kits, sleep bumpers, bed covers, and running boards. Even lights, you bet. At Rick's, we customize your vehicle to reflect your style. Rick's Tire and Service, the place where we turn your car from basic to fantastic.
Local sports at its finest, live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner, Vic Evans here in the Floor Concept Studios as I'm trying to get my stat sheet together for tonight's big matchup.
Prep work.
Catholic and E-Town. You know, it was a busy day. I was dressed up as the Cowardly Lion. I embarrassed my entire family. I will say this, that 100%, I will brag on myself on this.
Okay.
Vic, okay? I'm 100% sure that no one makes a fool out of themselves better than me. I think I've mastered that. I think I have that down. The day I dressed up like the Cowardly Lion, and everybody at MPD got a great laugh at lunch at my expense. So you're welcome, MPD, for me being the comic relief. Let's jump into a little college and NFL football.
Let me jump to the Green River Area Federal Credit Union
Here
text
we go.
line.
Here, let me hear it. You're probably one of the drivers that cut me off today.
But yeah, I think it was Helen Keller says maybe you guys need chauffeurs. Maybe that's the problem.
I probably do. I'm the most impatient. Listen, hold
on. What you know what really irritates me?
Yeah.
The text line comes in from one of the most blind people I know.
Oh.
It's a home plate umpire.
Oh. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I won't tell you which
makes
one.
A lot of sense. No, but it's certainly adding up now. But yeah, no, I it is what it is. We'll see. I'm working on my really diving into my faith a lot lately. In one area,
they're testing you.
Really got me is traffic, man. I just can't. and I have a rosary. Amber's grandma, she made rosaries for soldiers overseas and shipped them off overseas. So I have a rosary hanging at her funeral. I put one around my mirror, and it keeps me in check.
Okay.
And so anytime there's any kind of foul language or the light's taking a little bit too long or somebody's telling me I'm number one, there's always that rosary that I can grab onto and take a deep breath and realign me. So,
there you go.
So
there you go.
Thank goodness for that.
Also on the Green River Area Federal Credit Union text line, they sent out said the Henderson Apollo game Monday, 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
start time.
So there you go. Right after Live at 5. So
I'm
looking
going to go over there and watch that one right after Live at 5.
Well, you probably have to wait till the Tyrone Young coaches show is on.
Oh, that's right. We do have a coaches show. We're at the country club.
We shouldn't be doing it. We should wait till the season's over and then do like a wrap. But I don't make the schedule.
Well, it'll be leading into senior day, won't it?
Yes, it is. It's leading into senior day. So we'll talk a lot about the seniors. That's true. I've earned enough time whining on this show. We're going to run through this, and we'll get to all the area games. Kentucky at Auburn tomorrow. It's a losers leave town match tomorrow is what I hear.
Maybe a losers shave their head.
It may just be everybody's a loser tomorrow. Auburn 11.5-point favorites tomorrow. Any chance for the Cats?
No. Now, I mean, I would not pick. I mean, I wouldn't put any money on this game because I'm not sold on Auburn either. But I mean, the worst thing that could happen for UK football is for Cats to find a way to win. That's all I know. Yeah, and I know what they've been saying. Other people like you, if you're a Kentucky fan,
you're
you can't
cheering for them.
Here's the thing: they could get to 6-6 this year, and we would still be miserable next year when you bring him back. So let's just pull the Band-Aid off.
Same song and dance with me and Vikings fans. You can't ever cheer. You're not a true fan if you're cheering for the team to lose. Man, I've been a fan for 40 years. I just want a Super Bowl before I die. And we ain't getting one now, so I'm going to cheer for what's going to get me closer to that.
Right. I want what's best for the program, and the absolute worst thing this program could do, it would actually be a death knell to the program, almost like an SMU death penalty, is to have Stoops coach this football team next year.
It's not going to happen. I use at Maryland, 21.5-point favor. It's not much intrigue.
No, IU by 40. Yeah, IU by 40.
Don't take this for granted, Hoosiers fans. Right? I mean, these games you're rolling through, soak them in and enjoy them.
Yeah,
soak all these in.
You're a football school now.
Louisville 10.5-point favorites at Virginia Tech, the new home, the future home of James Franklin.
That's what they hear. I mean, that's kind of
when I was in Virginia.
It has not been official. That's what you're hearing an awful lot about the Franklin going
Those
there.
People they take the football at Virginia Tech very seriously.
Yes, and
that was a big conversation when
I was really shocked. Matt Rule signed a big extension with Nebraska. I mean,
I was too.
I figured who wants to live in Lincoln, Nebraska? That's all I want to know.
Money talks, I guess.
It doesn't matter.
Penn State wasn't. I don't know. That's strange.
You know who's going to have a Penn State job? Heartline.
That's probably, and that wouldn't be a bad hire for them.
Other than the fact you're going to take that job, it's a big job. You've never been a head coach. That would worry me a little bit. But I think Heartline's going to be the guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think you need somebody that's had some experience in recruit. To me, experience in recruiting and getting the right guys, and then surrounding yourself with good coordinators. I think that.
I think Freeman did a pretty good job for Notre Dame being his first job. So run with it.
I think it'd be a good fit. New Mexico State's at Western. You hear that on K News? Is that right? Tomorrow,
yes,
8.5-point favorite. Are the Hilltoppers playing on a Saturday for a change?
They've been playing
Thursday,
at the Tuesday
Friday.
games. I think the Hilltoppers roll.
Vandy at Texas.
Give me Vandy.
I think Vandy wins this game.
Let's just be honest.
Very good.
Vandy is a better football team. Texas is more overrated than Illinois. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, and again, my college takes on this show have embarrassed my family for years to come. But I'm taking Vandy.
I am
in the
too.
game tomorrow. And
I also took Virginia Tech to win outright over Louisville.
Oh, we didn't even pick that. I mean, Louisville's 10.5-point favorites. Virginia Tech's not beating Louisville.
I have a feeling.
I mean, it might be close.
It's on the road, isn't it?
Yeah,
Isn't
it
that
is.
Virginia Tech?
Yeah, but I mean, who's I mean, it's just like
I just have a feeling.
Silly season out there.
Well, nobody thought Virginia would beat Louisville either.
Yeah,
or Pitt.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cards in this one. I'm not getting burned by that. Oklahoma at Tennessee. Everybody in the group chat's taking Tennessee in our pick'em contest. Tennessee's 2.5-point favorites. I'm going to roll with the Sooners.
Good luck with that. Good luck. I'm going to stay with Tennessee. I love that offense, and Tennessee. A win keeps them in the a playoff hunt.
I got to get a win, and this is a winnable game for the Sooners.
It is.
I made up a little bit of ground going 20-0 last week. I'm trying to stay hot.
It all depends on the health. Oklahoma's quarterback's still not healthy; and he's still struggling. So, but I'm going to go Tennessee.
Penn State, aforementioned Penn State at Ohio State, and listen, Ohio State's the best team in the country, and I'm going to do it again. I told you I was going to be in a better mood, but I'm not. Ohio State. Can we just get balanced schedules in college football?
Ohio State schedules.
Is there some way we can figure it out? Because, man, listen, I know Ohio State's probably the best team. They probably are.
But they only have to play a couple games a year. Their schedule's terrible.
Fun. Like, you can't even sit down and watch an Ohio State game because how are you ever going to take it seriously? Like, they beat Iowa. I mean, they beat Northwestern again.
I look at it this way.
I
look at it this way. Like, Ohio State the way this sets up, if you want to think about it, is take Owensboro High School this year, who we think are one of the best 5A teams in football.
Right.
All right. Let them play a 1A schedule all year long.
But they have to beat one good 5. They have to beat Bowling Green.
And then they're in the play. Then they're the state champs. I mean, that's basically what Big Ten football is.
Kind of. I mean, but. And I mean, I hate.
Are there any good teams outside of Ohio State, Oregon, and Indiana?
I hate to say it that way because we were on Michigan that one year, the year that they won the national championship.
But no, they won the 2 games at the end of the year. But their schedule was an embarrassment.
Right.
Like, that's a little different because back then you played that only 4 teams got in the playoff then.
But I'm just imagining a world where we eliminate, and then it's never going to happen. But just imagine a world with me for 1 second. Where we live in a world where there's no stupid conferences in Division I football. We eliminate all the fat from Division I. All these teams, these mid-major teams that don't have any prayer of ever winning a national title. Eliminate those. And then give me the meat and put them in divisions like the NFL. And then we're going to rotate the schedule just like the NFL does it. And then put that on Saturdays. And then all of a sudden you're going to see college football, to me, would probably eclipse what the NFL's doing.
Here's what you could do. Very simple. You got the Power 4 and then Notre Dame, so 65 teams. All right, you take 8 divisions with 8, and then one team has a 9th team in there. There you go. And then they play those teams in that division.
I would love it.
They play those teams in that division. Hold on, and don't do it by geographical area and balance it out.
We talked about this after the show the other night, just in passing, and you're like, okay, but all these conferences aren't going to get on board because of money. I got news for you. You can print money if you did that. You would be able to print money.
Right, but here's the problem you have is
you're printing money for everybody and not just the SEC and the Big Ten.
The SEC and the Big Ten are making $50 million a school, and the ACC is making 16. Even if you are you going to be able to get everybody at $50 million a school?
College football traditionalists that listen, if they even listen, I don't know why they would. They hate me. I promise you that because I'm over it, man. I'm tired of turning on college football on Saturday and seeing like 40 games on TV that I would watch if it was taking place at Steel Stadium and I had a free ticket. Like it's just average football. Now the matchups just aren't very good.
I'll say this, and I'll argue with Davis about all the time. I always say there's a lot of SEC bias, and there is. All right, it is the deepest conference because the SEC doesn't have Northwestern, Iowa, Minnesota, Rutgers, Maryland.
Did you hear the schedule that Kentucky is going to play next year?
Yes.
That's the end. The mic is dropped. That's it. I mean, come on. Ohio State hasn't sniffed a schedule like that in school history.
No.
I mean, does that mean that Kentucky's better? They would be better? I mean, I don't know, but Ohio State's probably still the best team in the country, but I just want to see it. As a fan, I don't want to see Kansas City play the Jaguars every week. Even the Jaguars beat them. I don't want to see them play the Jets every week. Well, I just don't care.
What it does do is where football is also a game of attrition, Ohio State doesn't have to worry about as much injury problem overall because they're not beat up week in, week out when you get Maryland and you get Rutgers and you get Minnesota and you get Wisconsin. Northwestern's like at the top of towards the top of the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Northwestern's pathetic.
Yeah, I did throw Northwestern under the bus. Sorry, Greeny. I apologize. NFL, really quick. We're going to run through these. Denver's at Houston. That's not very intriguing, but Houston's a 1.5-point favorite at home against Bo Nix. That should be an easy bet. Denver outright.
Give me Denver.
Denver outright.
Yes.
And then how about this one? Indianapolis going to Pittsburgh, who's sliding. And, just the other day I said within a matter of 5 weeks, the Ravens will be in first place in that division. They won last night. Pittsburgh's going to lose to Indy on Sunday.
I think so too, but I also think this is a big test for Indy because if what you say is true and they are the best team in football, they should go in and win this game.
If it's the Indy that I've seen so far through this season that shows up, they win that game by double digits.
Well, when they do, I'll make them my number one team above the Lions. I want to see it.
It's tough going on the road in the NFL is never easy. And Pittsburgh's a solid team. They're not great.
No,
but they're a solid team. I still think Indy goes in there, and if they do what I think they'll do, they win by double digits. KC is 1.5-point favorites on the road at Buffalo.
I think Buffalo's time has passed them. I think the window for Buffalo.
They did prove us wrong last week. They went into Carolina, where Carolina was 3-0 and smoked the Panthers as they should.
But hold on. Bryce Young didn't play.
Right.
Whenever I said Dalton. Carolina was going to, I didn't realize Dalton was going to play.
I pointed it out.
The Red Rocket.
The Red Rocket.
No, but I forget. This isn't the Red Rocket from like 2 years ago. The Red Rocket's toast. That's all I know.
He's on Carson's level.
Yeah, but I'll say that I think the window for Buffalo to win it has closed. I think Josh Allen's window is closed. They're going to have to rebuild everything. I'm going to make a prediction. Josh Allen will never win a Super Bowl in the NFL.
And through all that talk, America's going to tune in. You know why? Because it's great football. It's a game you want to see, which college football rarely has.
Are you telling me you don't want to see Ohio State play Northwestern?
No, I don't. I mean, there's not many. If it's outside the SEC, I don't really.
Ohio State, Oregon, Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, Indiana.
I'll watch, LSU, Alabama, or
the Big Ten's got 3 really good teams.
Yeah. We love you, Big Ten. Minnesota's
I actually feel like the Big 18 or whatever. I don't even know how many schools are in the Big Ten anymore.
Just 8.5. The Lions at home against the Vikings. I mean,
8.5.
If you had to bet,
Lions.
It's Lions. So I'm afraid they're gonna win it by
21,
probably 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
The Vikings need to tank and get a good draft.
Show me something. Just something.
I'll tell you what he's going to show you. He's going to show Aiden Hutchinson come around the corner, hit him, he's going to be out for the rest of the year.
I'm not asking for a win. I'm just show me something.
If he makes it through the game, does that show you something?
No. It's got to, well, yes. Yes. If he's available next week, that's a start.
That's a good question to answer right there.
Oh, that's where I'm at. Seattle and Sam Darnold, MVP candidate, is at Washington.
Give me Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Daniels will be back, but I'm going to go.
They're 3-point favorites.
Are the Vikings a playoff team if Sam Darnold is on the Vikings?
I can't say, man. You see how bad he looked in those 2 games, and our line's been really bad. And we didn't protect him. No, I don't think so. But the team's just not good. I don't think it's all quarterback. I really don't. I really don't. I mean, I would love to have Daniel Jones. That's who I really wish we would have kept. But we'll pause it there. We'll come back, talk a little high school wins and losses when we come back here, get you set for kickoff on Football Friday night, 102.7 The Game.
For over 35 years, Owensboro Garage Doors has been serving the tri-state area. We have exciting news. Our state-of-the-art showroom and design center is now open on Saturdays from 9 to noon. That's right. You can now visit us on Saturdays at 708 Breckenridge Street. Our team of experts are committed to providing exceptional designs and service. Owensboro Garage Door offers a wide variety of custom garage door options to ensure your garage door fits your unique needs and style. With the best service, parts, and prices, Owensboro Garage Doors will be your go-to for life.
At River Valley Behavioral Health, we know recovery looks different for everyone. That's why we created The Gathering Point, a free walk-in recovery support center open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's a safe, welcoming space where you can connect with peer support, access resources, or just take a break in a judgment-free environment. No referral or appointment needed. Just walk in. To learn more, visit rvbh.com.
Hawkins Avenue PLLC is a full-service architectural firm providing design services for K-12 education, business, healthcare, industrial, religious, hospitality, and mercantile projects across the state. Our motto is design-focused, service-based, and feel it nothing less than mandatory to provide a service to our clients that exceeds their expectations. With a combined 30-plus years of experience, the team at Hawkins Avenue is the architectural firm you need for your next project. Located in Beaver Dam, give Jeremiah or Kyle a call at 270-363-2235.
This is Jalen Darty, the voice of the McLean County Cougars. Did you know the McLean County Public Library is your gateway to a world of knowledge? Discover the latest bestsellers, dive into fun community workshops, or explore the e-library anytime, anywhere. Visit McLeanCOPublicLibrary.com for a full schedule of events, or give them a call at 270-278-9184 to learn more. Come turn the page on your next adventure at the McLean County Public Library.
PSC Fiber is building the region's fastest fiber optic network to deliver essential internet to Perry, Spencer, and DuBois counties with the customer service and tech support you expect from neighbors. Access to high-speed, reliable internet has a positive impact on economic development and social well-being. The ways we communicate have changed a lot in over 70 years, and PSC Fiber is always leading the way. Call 800-511-4899 or visit us at pscfiber.net to see how PSC Fiber is here for you.
Life happens fast, but with the right insurance, you can be ready for anything. At Home Mutual Insurance, we've been protecting homes and autos for generations. Whether it's storm damage, a fender bender, or just peace of mind, we've got you covered. Located at 532 Main Street in Tell City, our team is ready to find the perfect policy for you. Call 812-547-2363 or stop by for a free quote. Because at Home Mutual Insurance, we treat you like family.
Back to school time means busy calendars, morning commutes, and
Mom, chew. I don't feel so good.
the back to school sniffles. Fortunately, Owensboro Health Urgent Care is here with 5 convenient locations across Kentucky. Use the On My Way app to shorten your wait time and get your family back on track quickly.
I'm ready for practice, Mom.
For life's ups and downs, choose Owensboro Health Urgent Care. Schedule a virtual visit at owensborohealth.org/urgent care.
Local sports at its finest, live at 5 with Stephen A. Turner and Vic Evans on 102.7 The Game.
Live at 5, brought to you by Foreman Watson Holtree, FWHlegal.com. Stephen A. Turner, Vic Evans here in the Floor Concept Studios. And we're finally made it to the final week of the regular season here in Kentucky. And looking forward to getting into some of these matchups. Let's go over to K-News and the Three Stooges matchup that I'll have tonight. Owensboro Catholic, 8-1, playing host to E-Town, 7-2. It's a 4A opponent for the Owensboro Catholic Aces. Very similar to Bardstown. They played each other to a 3-point game back, I think, the first game of the season. But it's a good test for me because it's a step up in class. You're playing a team that rushes for about 200 yards a game, and Catholic's tackling, versus Hancock County, and Fort Knox doesn't count, and then McLean. Mm-hmm. Those two games, I wasn't super thrilled with the tackling. And as you start to get set going into the postseason, I want to see that defense tonight for Owensboro Catholic tackle a little better. Now Jude being out certainly doesn't help that.
Well, I think he may play a few series tonight. I've heard a possibility they'll get him back in there. But, yes, to me, I don't think E-Town can slow them down offensively. I think unless Carruthers goes out there and has a game like maybe he's like at the age of 7. I mean, if you just get 60% of Carruthers tonight, I see them putting up a lot of points. But the way he's going right now, I mean, he's been unreal.
I don't disagree. I'm not really worried about Catholic.
That's what I want to see. Can they handle the run game? Because
my thing is,
if you look at
the game within the game for me is stopping the run.
If you look at their path, Somerset in round 3 is maybe either them or Danville. Somerset was a huge kid. It's going to come in there with a big, I know he's playing quarterback, but he runs a ton. Big kid. You're going to have to tackle well. That's going to be a game that I think a lot of people overlook round 3, that if it's Somerset in round 3 at Catholic, that's going to be a barn burner.
Don't overlook it.
And I think this is one that kind of helps. The other thing I'm interested about Catholic is to watch the Belfry game tonight, because Belfry plays tonight. I know they got a game, but Beechwood did jump them in the RPI right now. But it's still close. I think if Belfry wins, they re-jump them. But there's something to watch at midnight tonight, because that could change the entire path of the semifinals.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
I didn't even think Beechwood with a win and a Belfry loss
Yeah,
could jump
it was
them.
3/10 of a point almost.
Yeah, so I mean that'll be interesting to see.
But it was a whole game without the other game taking place yet.
Right, but it also other things play into it about your opponent's records and all that, and your opponent's record. But something to watch tonight if you're a Calicut fan, because I don't think Calicut has to win. They're still going to be the 1 seed.
I agree.
I
think they can, I mean, I don't want to test that, but I think they're like 7/10 of a point ahead. So, but they need to win to 100% sure home field. And here's a number for you since the Bardstown game: 82% for Jermel Carruthers, 1,500 yards passing, 20 touchdowns. 1 interception, and that was in the first half of the Bardstown game. He hasn't thrown a pick since then. I probably just jinxed it, but
but the kid's playing tremendous, tremendous
that's what
football.
I wanted to point out.
And I think
laser being locked in. The receivers have really stepped up.
Well, I just think you're seeing the growth of early in the year, and back in you think about it, Thomas was out.
Woodward
was out.
Yeah.
And I just think it just took a while for the receiver. It is so important for quarterback and receiver to have chemistry, because a great quarterback throws his receivers open, which means you got to have the trust that he's running this route, and before he makes his cut, I'm throwing the football.
Yeah.
And that comes with repetition. I think Catholic was hurt in the early season and in the preseason with injuries where they didn't get the repetition they want. You're seeing it now, and this offense is humming.
Let's go to WVJS game of the week over there, courtesy of Right Info with the Dan and Dave show. Have it for you, 7 o'clock kickoff. Owensboro 7-2, Henderson 4-5. I'm just going to give you some numbers. Owensboro's going to roll in this game, in my opinion. So we're both taking Owensboro. We're both taking Catholic, so that's not a surprise. But here's some numbers for you. DeMark Jr. on the season, 68% passer, right at 1,200 passing yards, 20 touchdowns to only 2 interceptions. That's incredible numbers. If you just told us that at the beginning of the year, we'd have had the Devils right where they are right now.
100%.
And as a favorite in 5A. But here's something that will just floor you. I mean, when I added this up, this is something special. Kingston Dillard, 33 catches, 776 yards, 11 touchdowns. That equals every time Kingston Dillard catches a football, on average, it's a 24-yard catch.
Yep.
24-yard per reception.
And 1/3 of the
one
time.
in every 3 catches goes for a touchdown.
Yes.
And this isn't a guy that's just playing sparingly. He is, the number 1 receiver on the team.
Well,
I mean, that is just incredible.
All I can say is DeMarcus Ganaway Sr. Throw it more often.
Well,
I know.
That's a pretty good recipe.
But not only that, but first of all, he's
now.
been out at halftime.
I'm going to play the role of DeMark. Coach Evans, sit down.
Oh, I know.
Because you know why? When we turn around and hand the ball to Evan Hampton, 967 yards, 13 scores. Every time Evan Hampton has run the football this year, on average, it's gone for 9.5 yards.
Yes. And here's the crazy
That's almost
thing.
every time he touches, it's a first down. So between him and Dillard, it's easy to see statistically how efficient this offense is.
Right. And listen, DeMark and Dillard and Hampton get hurt because there's in this aspect, as far as overall stats, total stat numbers, because they don't play the second half most of the time.
That's true, yeah.
So,
and the defense, since the first 2 games of the season, only giving up 9 points per game, 56 tackles for a loss.
Well, I would say just go back and look at McCracken and look at Hopkinsville. Hoptown put up, 40-something last week against Henderson. McCracken put up 50-something 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Owensboro could put up – Owensboro can name their number tonight.
It's going to be tough, yeah. And we'll move it over. How about some playoff football over in Indiana at the Jungle? Heritage Hills 9-1, 7-3 Rights. I mean, this is a powerhouse program matchup, man. But 2 of the best in Southern Indiana when you talk about these 2. Wright's only losses to Jasper, Castle, and Memorial. No shame in any of those. They did lose their quarterback, but they're not a big passing team anyway. I got to looking into it a little bit. Their backup quarterback, Johnson, has played in about 7 games, so they've run him in there a little bit. They're more of a running team. Woodford at the running back spot for them. He's a freshman running back for Wrights, about 130 rushing yards a game, 11 touchdowns on the season. But how about the King kid last week in the win over Central, over 200 rushing yards in the game? So Heritage Hills run defense that lives in the backfield with Tyler Raven and Hayden Smith, Aiden Fisher, those guys are going to be called on to be big tonight. And you can rest assured that Jet Goldsberry will be big.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. And it'll come down, and I think the recipe for Wrights to pull an upset here is kind of the recipe for Gibson Southern. And Gibson Southern won a lot of first and second downs, and especially in the first half when they got rolling, kept it to third and manageable. And then they could play action pass, do whatever they wanted to. If Heritage Hills can win first and second down and you're forcing Wrights into third and long with your backup quarterback in, then it's lights out. Forget this thing. But here's the thing. I just don't think Wrights can slow down Heritage Hills.
No.
And I don't think Wrights can score with Heritage Hills. I'm going to take Jet Goldsberry until the day I,
give me a score.
fall off.
Give me a score. What do you think? What do you see in here?
I'm going to see 38-20.
38-20.
Heritage Hills.
I like that. That's about where I'm at. I was thinking, about 35-21, but you get that extra field goal.
Yeah, Carter Payne.
From the big-time kicker. They'll face the winner. The winner of this will face the winner of Jasper and Harrison, and Jasper heavily favored in that matchup there. Quickly, because we got to move here. Let's run Memorial and Gibson Southern. You're taking Gibson Southern?
I'm getting Gibson Southern.
I'm going to take Memorial.
They're at home. The Jewel's going to be rocking. Gibson Southern's big,
Last
physical.
time I picked against Gibson Southern, it didn't go my way.
No.
But I'm going to take Memorial.
I'm going to go Gibson Southern.
On tradition alone. Grayson County's at Hart County.
Coach Hart, first of all, real quick, Coach Hart averages for his time there 10-2. He's like 142-28 in his 14 years. I think Hart's got a game plan tonight.
Oh, he's always got a really good.
So there you
he's
go.
A tremendous coach. Make no mistake. Speaking of Hart County 7-2. You look at they like to run the football, man, and Grayson gave up 332 on the ground to Bowling Green. It's a big win by Hart.
Hart may go for 400 tonight.
Russellville at Butler. It's an interesting matchup here. Russellville's won their last 4 after starting 0-5. But the Bears, can they find their offense and finish the season on a win before they roll the basketballs out?
Yes. Butler. Yeah. Give me Butler tonight.
I'm going with the class jump. I think Butler's just too physical for Russellville. Even though Russellville's rolling, this is one that could be interesting. Ballard Memorial, Josh Mackey special over at Muhlenberg tonight. The Mustangs 3-6. Big wins. Clay Wilkin party tonight.
Well, Clay Wilkin has a big game. Baskerville has a big game. I'm hoping Hocker has a big game if he plays, and I think Muhlenberg rolls this one big.
Bullitt East 5-4, heavily favored at 2-6 Meade. And Wyatt Rainey's looking for a college, I hear. Hey, Tyrone Young, it looks like a good fit for me. I don't know. Whatever you need him to do. He can play defense. He can play offense. He does them both very well. Meade will host Henderson next week. I think that's what both programs are kind of gearing up
Yeah, I think Bullitt East rolls in this one.
Ohio County 2-7 at 4-5 McLean. You'll hear it on 97X, courtesy of Katie Gunterman. Cougs look to get Gill going tonight and stop the run. We'll see, though, because, they like to throw it around a little bit.
They
Ferris,
do. Now,
Abney and company.
Against good teams this year, the one thing they haven't been able to do is stop the pass rush. I mean, Ferris can throw it around on McLean, but when they played Hancock, they gave up like 15 sacks. And there was another game they gave up like 20 sacks.
So we're on the same page. Did you read my notes?
Ferris can throw it. No, I did not.
Okay.
Ferris can throw this around. If they could stop Jackson Reynolds.
Oh, there it is. That's the name. There's the game within the game. McLean's winning the game. But for me, is Jackson Reynolds gets 3+ sacks tonight and goes over double-digit sacks on the season.
I mean, I would say those are the odds. But if Ohio County could find any way to block McLean, they would have a puncher's chance in this. But Reynolds probably has 5.
I'm saying Jackson Reynolds just puts the concrete on that first team. All ESPN Owensboro teams.
The concrete was already on now.
It's already been poured, right? It's already dried up. He's going to pour some more on top of it. And no disrespect to Ohio. They those 2 wins are rolling, but it's just I think McLean closes out the season on a good note and gets set for a playoff potential road win next week. Mm-hmm. That's what the goal is.
I mean, their coach called them out and said they were much better than McLean.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Oh, yeah. On his pregame show last week. On the live stream of their football game.
Oh.
Well, he said he basically, I mean, no.
You talking about Caldwell?
Yes.
Oh.
He said our district is much better than theirs. We won 3 last year. Of course, 2 teams weren't in that district. They were playing 3A football.
Yeah.
And he said there's no shame about it. We are much better than McLean.
We're already getting fired up for that one. We got to move. Hancock County at Bethlehem. This is a game Hancock's should roll in.
I just wonder because they're going to start the freshman quarterback making his first start. We'll see, but I'm going to go Hancock too.
John Harden handled them 48-16. That's apples to apples, right? So I'm going to go Hancock. That defense will hold serve, and I think it's a big night on the ground, quarterback or not. I think the Hornets.
Are we both going Edmondson and Breck?
Yes. Yeah, that was earlier. Yeah. We did got it in the group chat. Everybody gets a free win in that this week. Last, but certainly not least, let's take a look at Davis County and Apollo. Big game taking place over at the Eagles Nest tonight as Apollo looks to just keep that momentum rolling.
They got a chance to win 6 of their last 7. They're playing really well. As efficient as Ganaway and as Carruthers has been, Max Johnson's been that efficient also. I think this is a big party for Apollo tonight. I'm going to go Apollo. I'm going to go Apollo 49-20.
I think Apollo rolls in this game tonight. They should roll. I mean, again, in years past, I've said, this matchup favored the Panthers sizably. As a matter of fact, they've won 10 out of the last 12 in the series, but Apollo won 41-21 last year, and the Eagles are looking to secure their first winning season since 2021.
Give me Max to Bradshaw for over 200 yards and 5 touchdowns.
He threw 5 last week. I think he stays hot. The key for me, can Ridge Roberts go tonight? And Jace Hunt a threat from anywhere. If Jace Hunt's back there returning kicks for Apollo,
kick it out of bounds.
Kick it out of bounds. I don't care if it's a 20-yard punt.
I'd much rather turn around and
keep it out of Jace Hunt's hands.
I would rather turn around and kick it backwards than kick it into Jace Hunt.
He can hurt you. Looking at some of these numbers, Jace has had under the radar. I know we talk about him a lot, but he's had an under the radar really good season for Davis County. And Ridge Roberts, this Apollo defense has been better since moving Dillard to linebacker. But Ridge Roberts, 773 yards, 13 touchdowns, didn't play last week.
Right.
If he goes tonight and is anywhere near healthy, Apollo will have to account for him.
Hey, you can hear it on 102.7 and in about an hour right here.
I appreciate it, man. I was in a bad mood when I came in. I'm in a great mood now. I'll see you over there on K News in just a little bit with the Three Stooges.